Good morning, Singapore. So great to be back. Today's gonna be really, really fun. First of all, stopping at a Michelin restaurant that specializes in coconuts. And then I'm going to a Michelin ceremony here in Singapore where all the restaurants receiving a Michelin star for 2023 will be announced. All right, let's go eat. The first stop on my Michelin tour is at the Coconut Club. This is a nasi lemak restaurant specializing in pretty much anything coconut. They get their coconut actually from a small farm. The coconuts and the coconut milk they use in their dishes are harvested every single day from premium Mawa coconuts. Then the coconuts are taken to the cold press. Everything is temperature controlled, and that is what's used in their nasi lemak and all their other dishes containing coconuts. Nasi lemak being one of my favorite dishes ever. Can't wait to try it here. My first meal in Singapore. I'm just so excited every time I'm back here. This is the first time I'm having a Michelin nasi lemak. My mouth is watering non-stop. I'm smelling the sambal. I'm smelling those fried chili crumbs, the fried chicken. And for drinks, I got their signature coconut shake. That coconut is so sweet and delicious. And after just walking around 100-degree humid heat for about 20 minutes, this is such a welcoming drink. I almost don't even want to start with this. That's my problem with nasi lemak. They look so pretty. Fried organic chicken. There's chili crumbs, a fried egg, little crispy fishies, peanuts, cucumber, sambal, and of course in the middle, coconut rice. Again, made with that coconut that they pressed themselves. This fried chicken is just beautiful. Look at that golden skin, perfectly fried. That thing is gonna be so scrumptious and crunchy on the outside. Oh, it smells so good. Oh God. My first bite of food back in Singapore. I always have super high expectations for that first bite, and this, wow. This chicken is just perfection. The flavor is mind-blowing. Thin layer of crispy skin on the outside, just covering up all that delicious, juicy, tender meat. In one bite, you will fall in love with the flavor. It's marinated in this amazing blend of spices that's gonna make you wanna pretty much just never stop eating this. That is some exquisite fried chicken. Next bite, take some of the chicken, get some of the chili crumbs, get a bunch of that coconut rice. This is a game changer of a coconut rice. I think this is my favorite nasi lemak in Singapore. The rice is so fluffy. These little fried chili crumbs, there's so much heat. But through all that, you definitely taste that coconut. I love these little fried chili crumbs because they have a little bit of char, so you get that tiny bit of bitterness and crunch with your bite. Next up, just gonna combine everything together. Gotta get a bite with everything. Chicken, peanuts, anchovies, eggs. I love absolutely everything about this nasi lemak. The ingredients are amazing. Sometimes you get nasi lemak, sometimes a little crispy anchovies might be a little stale, or the peanuts might be a little stale. None of that here. If it's supposed to be crispy, it's gonna be as crispy as can be. If it's supposed to be spicy and flavorful, it'll play that part really well as well. It's getting a lot more of the sambal. I could eat at least another 10 plate of this. Yeah, this is my favorite nasi lemak in Singapore, hands down. The sambal is so good. Really nice fermented umami flavor and so much heat. My tongue is on fire. You definitely taste the difference in quality of these ingredients. Every bite is pretty much an OMG bite. Not kidding, one little bit. My favorite nasi lemak in Singapore. And I just can't believe I never had this before. Next dish I'm trying is a homemade otah. I think I've only had this dish a couple times in Singapore. This dish here is made in-house. So the fish they're using is a barramundi, which is kind of like an Asian sea bass. And it's mixed together with different herbs and spices. It's wrapped in banana leaves, steamed first, and then char grilled for a nice smoky finish. Oh, it's so flaky inside. Look at this. The texture is about as soft as a steamed egg. This thing will just fall apart as soon as it hits your tongue. Inside, flaky chunks of the barramundi. The fish flavor is very, very mild, a little buttery. This whole thing is just so delicate. Again, you get that very smoky flavor every time you take a bite of this thing. I'm so glad I got two. I mean, it's sweet, it's spicy, flaky, buttery, smoky. It was great. Next dish is a vegetable dish called sayur lodeh. I never had this dish before. And this is usually eaten as a soup or a side dish. So inside there's French beans, there's bamboo shoots, tofu, quail eggs, tempeh chips, which are these little fermented bean chips. And what really ties this together is the house-made coconut sarandang. This is the coconut sarandang. That's really good. It does taste like a dry sambal, but a very, very fragrant and coconutty one. And this thing, also cilantro, chilies on top. Dig into it. There's the layer of bamboo shoots. Here's the tofu right here. This is such an interesting dish. This is really, really good. The tofu, obviously, is fried. The vegetables are all so crispy. And the broth is soaked in. It's savory, it's coconutty. I mean, this thing is very hearty, extremely flavorful. These are really quality ingredients they're using here. Everything from the tofu to the vegetables. It's just such a hearty, comforting dish. Dessert time, had to get a chandol. They use a kakigori ice shaver, so the ice comes out really fluffy and cloud-like. Some condensed milk goes on, and then the coconut cream. There's also some mung jelly, azuki beans. This shaved ice is really good. This is the perfect dish to highlight that awesome coconut that they use here. Finally, had to try their kueh sampler. They're usually these little cakes that are made with glutinous rice or coconuts, and I never had a baked kueh before. That is so freaking good. Sticky rice, some coconut in there too. Oh, inside a toasty, crispy shell. That might be my favorite kueh ever. This kueh is gelatinous rice with pandan on top. This final one is so bouncy. This is roasted palm sugar. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Tastes like a really awesome caramelized jelly. My first stop on my Michelin food tour, knocked it out of the park for me, especially with that nasi lemak. Definitely come here and try that. This is so cool. I'm at the 2023 Michelin Guide Ceremony here in Singapore. And this ceremony is to unveil all those restaurants who won Michelin stars for this year here in Singapore. And that's happening in a couple hours. But until then, there is just a ton of food floating around. And I just got this. This is a beef tartare with chili. Oh, that's amazing. Spicy, tender beef tartare with some sort of rich cream. Yeah, let's try more stuff. These are little short rib medallions. This is like a little sorbet cream puff. Mango, coconut, and a light little pastry puff. Wow, everything is so good. Wow, cheddar pancake with caviar. Wow, oh, that caviar is so awesome. I love this ice cream. Last time I was here, white chrysanthemum ice cream. Wow, that's so good. So good. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed here. There's so much food. So this is Chef Lewis, and last year you won 1 Michelin star. This year you have no idea yet. You're gonna find out in a couple hours.
No idea.
You feeling nervous?
I'm fine, I'm okay.
Yeah?
As
Okay.
long as I'm here today.
What's this dish that you made?
This is bok win noodle, Korean style bok win noodle with toast with our homemade white kimchi and perilla oil, and cured topico sauce and scallop sashimi on
This
top.
looks amazing. Thank you so much. This is outrageous. Noodles are perfect. Very al dente. The scallop is just really delicate. The spice is perfect. Texture is perfect. Hey, Chef Daniel.
Hey! Good to see you.
Hey, Chef Daniel again. From Coconut Club. What? Coconut pudding?
Coconut jelly.
Coconut jelly. Oh, there's that nasi lemak I love so much. Hawker Chan, the cheapest Michelin star meal ever. I missed this. Chicken is so tender. coconut jelly from Coconut Club. How could I expect anything less than pure coconut awesomeness from this place? This is from Chef Martinez from the restaurant Get, and this is a 150-year-old pasta recipe. So it's fresh pasta stuffed with beef and pork. Oh my gosh, there's tons of meat in the pasta. The sauce is rich and creamy and earthy. Meat inside, so tender. I just got a plate of Yung Tofu from Kok Sin. This restaurant been around for over 50 years. Yung Tofu, one of my favorite things in this country. Oh, this is awesome. This is a Wagyu wrapped in meat fin with caviar on top. It's really good. I mean, how could that not be good? Chicken liver pate that's supposed to taste like a cake. Wow, tastes like mousse. Oh, it's really creamy. Just a little bit of organic flavor. That's really good. So in the ballroom now, this is where all the new 2023 Singapore Michelin restaurants are gonna be announced. This is so exciting.
Let's try to see if we can get this shot together.
Those are the Bib Gourmet winners, so a lot of them are hawker stalls, very well deserved.
French gastronomy and Chinese cooking, well deserved.
So Singapore added 5 brand new one Michelin star restaurants. And the 3 Michelin star restaurants in Singapore all kept their stars. I love how they organize this event. There's food before and there's food after. Fresh paneer. That was such an amazing event. It was just so much fun hanging out with the chefs and everybody who was at this event. Everybody I met there was so nice, and the food, out of this world. And of course, congratulations to all the winners. And tomorrow, I'm gonna go try as many Michelin places as I can. See you tomorrow. My Michelin dining journey here in Singapore continues, and today I am at Chev Kon's, one of the most iconic Michelin star restaurants in Singapore. Chev Kon has retained a 1 Michelin star since 2017 and is a Cantonese restaurant with only 3 dining rooms, and this place is usually booked out for months in advance. And when you walk in, these separate little dining rooms, there's photos of celebrities on the wall. It's got a rustic charm to it. And as soon as I walked in, something smells really, really good. Let's see what's on the menu. First dish, marble gobi soup. The gobi is seared and then cooked into the soup with lettuce and Japanese tomatoes. And when they serve it, the fish is actually taken out apart from the soup so you can enjoy both separately. The fish flavor is very mild and also really sweet. Oh, this is so good. Wow, I love fish soup, and this is some of the best fish soup you can find anywhere. Chev Kon uses Japanese tomatoes because they are sweeter. The soup is light, but also it's got a slightly creamy element to it. And this thing, no fishiness whatsoever. It's just so good. I could eat a whole giant pot of this. Take a bite of the fish, take a sip of soup. It's so unique. There's some chili sauce on the side. I love it. Next dish is Cora Pork cooked 2 different ways. One is crispy fried pork belly, the other is made into char siu. This thing is encased in prawn paste as well. That's what's giving it a nice red glow. That's some really good melty in mouth pork belly. Super light and airy, crispy throughout. What you're supposed to do, dip it in some of the chili sauce. Even better. It's like a pork belly chip, and the chili completely balances out the fattiness of this pork. It's crispy, it's juicy, it's fatty, and it's borderline addictive. Oh, that's so nice. The aftertaste especially good. Char siu. Oh, very saucy char siu. Oh, that's so amazing. First of all, such a great balance of fat and lean pork. Good amount of fat on this. When you bite into it, it just turns into pure pork juice. It's sweet, it's smoky, deliciously charred. That's a delicious plate of pork. This is a beautiful dish on a super hot plate. It's a fish belly cooked with garlic and chilies and scallions with fried pork lard on top. Look at how flaky this fish is. Oh, forget about it. One bite of this, it's gonna make you wanna close your eyes and just feel that deliciousness sweep through you. This is my type of dish. I mean, any belly meat is just the best part. Fish belly, nice and fatty with a ton of collagen, so you're gonna get that really nice gelatinous-y texture in every bite. Also, the pork lard, oh my goodness, that provides a nice crunch, and it just adds a different type of fattiness to it. This thing popping in your mouth, it dissolves in just the best way possible. And so does that pork lard, by the way. I've never eaten fish belly like this before. This might just be the best way ever to eat fish belly. And of course, all the chilies and garlic balances out the fattiness of the fish belly. This is such a unique and delicious dish. I love it. The chef is so nice to bring over a little plate of fried pork lard. So good. Next is a really light dish. This is a homemade tofu, lightly fried it looks like on the outside, some egg whites, some loofah on the bottom. And this is all cooked together with some scallops as well. Whoa. All right, that surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna taste like this. Looking at the ingredients, I was thinking something very light, very mild. And it is very light. There's just so much flavor. I taste so much umami in this. Deep flavors that goes way beyond what tofu and loofah should give you. The scallops, you can barely see it, but you definitely taste it. Tofu is delicious as well. That's so silky. I love this. Another wow dish. This is definitely not something that I expected, but very pleasantly surprised. Next dish, salted egg shrimp roll. So fried tofu skin wrapped around shrimp scallions. This is all swimming in a bed of salted egg sauce. Yeah, this is love at first bite. Next bite, I'm gonna try to get as much of the salted egg sauce as possible because that is delicious. The tofu roll, light and crunchy. Shrimp inside is sweet, snappy. Get a nice fragrance from the basil and the scallions, but everything is just tied together with that awesome salted egg sauce. Oh man, that thing just tickles your senses. After you take a bite, you can't really think of anything else. Nothing pops up in your head besides like just pure food-induced bliss. The sauce is incredible. Oh, it's masterful. What an amazing dish. So this is a bowl of rice noodles. Inside, I see asparagus, shrimp, pork lard makes another appearance. And as soon as I said that, my mouth started to water. Oh, there's so much flavor in this. Just like the tofu dish, this thing full of umami. Chef told me there's some chicken stock in here. You're definitely tasting so much more than what you're seeing. These dishes, they pack a surprise where you slurp it and there's just so much stuff in here to engage with your taste buds. I mean, you got that, of course, the crunchy pork lard, which is always delicious. But here you also got a different crunch, a refreshing crunch from the asparagus. There's also some sweetness from the shrimp and the scallops. This is one of those dishes that is too hot right now, but once it cools down, you just want to shove it in your mouth like non-stop. Add a little chili on here too, just to heat it up a little bit. Also, these noodles, they're so easy to get soggy, but here, very chewy, still retains that nice al dente texture. I especially love the bites with the pork lard. They're so good. I mean, a seemingly simple dish of rice noodles, nothing simple about the flavor. And that is like an ongoing theme here in this restaurant. Last course, dessert coconut jelly in a coconut shell. Of course, made here as well. Oh, that's so scrumptious. A little coconut ice cream on top as well. This is fantastic coconut jelly, by the way. I've been eating a lot of coconut jelly lately. This thing is creamy, but also really refreshing as well. This might be my favorite coconut jelly. This is the perfect end to this amazing Michelin star meal. I don't know what I was expecting coming to a Michelin Star Cantonese restaurant. It feels like classic Cantonese cooking with a lot of personalized innovation. And just talking to Chef, he's been doing this for a long, long time. You can still see all that passion and the fact that he's still having a lot of fun cooking. I can definitely see why it takes months to get a table at this place. I mean, it's a small place, there's not a lot of tables, but come here and taste the cooking and you'll see why it's different. Mind-blowing meal. Thank you so much for a delicious meal.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again on the Michelin Star.
Thank you.
See you next time, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Yeah.